8.2 Z-test for mean. Weight loss of newborns. An obstetrician read that a newborn baby loses on average 7 ounces in the first 2 days of his or her life. He feels that in the hospital where he works at, the average weight loss of a newborn baby is less than 7 ounces. A random sample of 32 newborn, so that's N, is 32. Babies has a mean weight loss of 6.5 ounces. So X bar is 6.5. The population standard deviation is 1.8 ounces. Is there enough evidence at alpha equal to 0.01 to support his claim? So let's start out by writing down the claim, the null, and the alternative hypotheses. The doctor claims that the mean is less than 7 ounces. Mu is less than 7. That's the claim. And mu equals 7 ounces is the null hypothesis. B, find the critical values. Well, since this is a left tail test, and we know it's left tail by looking at the alternative hypothesis, it's a less than. So 0.01 is the area on the left tail. So this would be the critical value Z, and that Z score is, let's look at it, it's second VARS inverse norm 0.01. Negative 2.33. So anything to the left of negative 2.33 is considered the rejection region. So then let's calculate the Z-score. It's X bar 6.5 minus the mean 7 divided by standard deviation over square root of 32. Okay, so let me do this here. Numerator is negative 0.5. I'm dividing by 1.8, and make sure you have parentheses around that, divided by square root of 32. Okay, so now I'm going to press enter, and that gives me a Z-score of negative 1.57. So your test value of negative 1.57 is about right there, not quite too standard, not quite in the rejection region. So we would fail to reject the null hypothesis. Which is H0. Okay. Summarize the results. So since we failed to reject the null hypothesis, we would say we don't have enough evidence. Your final sentence is always relating back to the claim. So if I fail to reject the null hypothesis, we don't have enough evidence to support the claim that the newborn loses less than 7 ounces. So let me write that out. There's not enough evidence to support the claim that newborn babies lose less than 7 ounces in the first 2 days. Okay, so those are the steps of a hypothesis testing using critical value.